Hey everybody, my name is Sam.
And I'm Angela, and welcome to our channel. As most of you guys know, we are mobile home renovators, DIYers. If not, check out our channel. We have lots of mobile home DIY stuff.
That's alright, that's us.
Also, we are at our back door right here. And I don't know if any other people out there have this problem, but we will be peacefully sitting in the living room, and our two boys will come in and out and slam this door where it shakes the whole house. What's wrong with it?
Well, there's one of two things. Either the boys are doing this, or we have a little bit of alignment issues with the door that needs to be tweaked.
So we are going to go ahead and do that, so hopefully we can relax in our living room without the whole house being shaken every time the boys go in and out.
Right. Unless they're doing that first thing that I did, that I'm not doing again.
Let's go.
As far as the tools and supplies you need for this project, it's pretty basic. If you're a DIYer, or even if you're not, you'll be able to get this done without really investing too much money in tools and equipment, and it's going to be a whole lot cheaper than buying a new door. First and foremost, well, okay, this is going to depend on your mobile home and how it's fastened. Ours is attached with little hex head screws, and for that we have this really cool nut driver that goes in our drill, and you're going to notice that it is red and yellow. It is a 2-in-1 tool. You're able to pull it apart and flip it over depending on what size you need. In our case, red is 1/4 inch. That's what we'll be using. I wanted to show you guys this because it is a very cool nut driver and tool that we've used for our roof on our mobile home and for other stuff, and is really good quality.
And they come in different lengths.
They do.
Short, long.
So that's what we're going to need to get the door out of the house. It's simply just screwed in all around the perimeter. Once we get it off, we're going to clean it up and have some Lexel caulk that seals it back. And then we have some special hinges we had to buy for this, but you'll see all of that when we get to it. I think someone is ready to rock and roll and get it done. So let me get out of the way so she can rip the door out of the house. Okay, remove the door out of the house.
Yeah, no destruction, demolition.
Right, we don't want a repeat of what you did in the dining room window.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that one, I'll put a link down below. She literally smashed the window out of the house. Tried to kill me.
No.
Gotta try harder. Just reach what you can, and then I'll get the little miniature scaffolding.
Okay.
I want to show you guys the top of the door because this is the best place to really see how much this has gone out of alignment and sagging, of which we're going to show you the reason once we get the door out of the house. But here you can see it is a very pronounced wedge we have shaped. There's even a gap here where we can see inside the house a little bit. So our goal is to straighten this out and fix it all, and yeah. So our goal is obviously to fix this in addition to making the door close and open easier. But this is a very, wow, right in your face. Obviously something's wrong with the door jamb and everything because, you know, dead giveaway.
Oh, I'm glad my tools weren't there.
Needs to be the other way around. So removing the door is a really straightforward process. You just take the screws out, and then using a little pry bar, or in our case, our multi-painter's tool 3-inch scraper, we just started to wedge it apart from the house, get enough room for your fingers to get there, and pull it on out.
We went ahead and took the little overhang that goes over the door off. We won't need it because we put on a new roof that has an overhang on it. You also have to be sure to check there are screws that go all the way around the door, top, bottom, and sides.
Yes, they're everywhere. So just keep looking. If it doesn't seem to want to come out, double check there are no screws on the inside of your door holding it in place. In our case, we didn't have them, but we still looked and checked before we started tearing things apart, because the name of the game is easy budget replacement and repair, not tear it apart and go buy a new door.
No.
So what we're going to do next is Angel's going to continue prepping the house for the door to be put back in place, while I'll go ahead and start disassembling this door and showing you guys a little more details on what exactly is wrong and how to fix it.
Okay.
Thanks, hon. All of the work that we're going to be doing, the repairs and everything of the sort, all lie within the frame of the door, because with this door style, the hinges are part of the frame. They're all together. It's not like a traditional residential door where the hinges screw to both the door and the casing or the door frame. In this style door, the hinges are part of the whole aluminum frame, and so that means we've got to take it apart a little bit to replace the innards, which is what's gone bad. There you go. This piece of wire is the hinge pin. This is what runs the entire length of the door and what holds all those hinges in place. Now with this out, we can show you guys why in the world we went through all this trouble and what exactly is going on with our door. Here's a close-up look at one of our hinges, and if I pull this away, you can see how on this end there's some remnants of something. That is the plastic bushing. That's supposed to keep everything in place, nice and neat. And on this side, there's absolutely nothing. So over time, with wear and tear, normal use, gravity, these little plastic bushings baking in the sun, they have vaporized. They're no longer in town. And that's what's made our door sag, make it difficult to close, and cause all of our problems. Here we have the original hinges that are on the door, and there is very little sign of any plastic bushings left. Here's a new hinge. There is very much lots of signs of plastic bushes being left. These bushings are what keep everything operating smoothly, allows the hinges to glide. It is obviously the wear point, so it's by design. And it's also what helps keep that hinge pin centered to keep everything plumb and where it needs to be inside the frame. So thankfully they still sell and, well, obviously make these hinges for mobile home doors. And we'll put a link to where I got these down below. There are 4 on our particular door, but you may want to check yours to make sure before you buy them. Otherwise, it's as simple as, now that the hinge pin is out, plop them back in place, thread the hinge pin back, and put this thing back together. Here's a look at what I had to use to drive the hinge pin out from the bottom through the top. It's a little screwdriver. It's basically, you know, about the same diameter as a nail or something. I did have to bend the top and bottom of this frame, just like you saw me do the top. I did the same thing to the bottom so that I could drive this in and break free the hinge pin, because it's been in there since 1987 or before. So I want to show you guys what tool I was using and how I did it. I'll hammer it with a not hammer. Keep the tools simple, right? If any of you out there are metal workers, you're probably, well, if you're still here, you're crying. The abuse is over, the metal torture is over. Better tools would probably be good. Some channel locks or some other pair of pliers other than just needle nose would have been helpful for shaping it easier and better. But I still did pretty good. Hey, looks good. It's not the ugliest thing on the house, and that's good enough. Either way, it is back together and everything's fine. So it is now time to put the door on these brand new hinges and start putting everything back together so we can close the door, because we're just air conditioning the world right now. So if you feel a cool breeze, it's from us. You're welcome.
So we are going to be using Lexel to seal this into place. It even says that it sticks to wet surfaces, so that's pretty awesome. We have used this on all of the windows in our house and we've not had any leaks, so good stuff. What are you doing?
I don't know. We're done, right? See ya.
It closes!
It does. It closes very, very easily too. You can even just walk up and push it with your hand.
I think we can call that a success.
And then closes like butter, smooth.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. It's the best the door's ever closed since we lived here.
We shouldn't be sitting in the living room and feel the whole house shake because the boys wham.
If we do, it'll be they're doing that thing that I did earlier for everyone, and it's not the door this time. Actually, we're gonna have to really retrain our kids. You don't have to slam the door. Just blow on it. It closes fine now. So there'll be a little bit of a training and learning curve. I'm sure we're going to be involved in that too. You know, pow! Oh, I forgot. It's super smooth.
I've heard the same sort of thing with people who have the minivans with the self-opening doors, and then their kids have been trained that they don't have to worry about it. And then they get a regular car and they wham it open and hit other cars in the parking lot.
See, we're the opposite. Our kids never had that, and whenever we got your minivan and it has it, they're just blown away.
They just think it's awesome. I can push a button and it opens.
Yep. Welcome to the future of the early 90s, son. Your parents are spoiling you just 30 years behind.
Oh well.
Well, once again, we'll leave the link to the hinges and any kind of other tools we use for this project down below. I would say overall, this is probably a, we'll say 5 out of 10 for a DIY project. You definitely want to pick a day that you can literally have your house open up to the elements and make sure you got your stuff ahead of time and just knock it out. Just get it done, you know, because you got no choice. Your house is open.
Well, thanks guys for coming along. Leave us a comment below. We'd love to read them. And otherwise, we'll see you guys next time on the homestead.
See ya.
Bye.
Let's go. I'm gonna go back in the house with mini splits.
Mute my phone.
Rock and roll.
Okay.
We gotta look pretty.
I think that, well, okay.
Yep.
Pull us in and, or whatever, start us out.
Pull us in.
Oh, you can see me. Hold on.
I can see Angela. Ah, Angela's here.
Start us out and then
And then shut up, right? That's what you're thinking. Start us out and shut up. I'll try. Taking the door off its hinges is not a too bad. Doing this. Spontaneous, wasn't it?
It was.
All right, you can have a turn with the door.
That's awesome.
All right, let's get inside where the air conditioning is.
Okay.